paycheck. 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings. Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be in the South. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archived. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now, but you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to Right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. Brokers. Not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your number one financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. Material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Why aren't you using the spiders? Why are you paying 63% of the money you saved as a fee? 401k, you are paying in fees 63% of the money that you saved. That is crazy. Why don't you switch to the spiders? Join my gang, Phil's Gang, and do what millions of people do. Use the spiders. 500 best stocks in the world.
Find out more at philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
I love your show. I love your honesty. Glad very, very well. Thanks to Phil. I now have become a consistent, profitable trader.
I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
I'm so grateful that I found you and with you and your staff.
This year, I'm up 60% on my portfolio.
I'm on top of the world. I finally feel like I've got my master's degree in stock trading.
Well, I just want to tell you, thank you for giving my confidence back in trading.
I have learned more in this
have in my years of doing all my different stuff, and I want to say thank you.
Been with you a long, long time. Done really well with you.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
For more information on the philsgang.com, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Again, that's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
So today is a victory for hardworking Americans all across this country whose lives will continue to become more secure in a changing economy because of this law. The point is, this is not an abstract thing anymore. This is not a set of political talking points. This is reality. We can see how it is working. This law is working exactly as it's supposed to.
Oh, wait a minute. It's working exactly as it's supposed to, costing you and I $22 billion to support. So there's 85 million of us supporting 8 million, costing you and me $22 billion to support 8 million people, give them insurance, subsidize it for them. So our premiums are doubling and tripling and more. And not only our premiums, but our deductibles. He said it's working exactly the way it should be working. I think the way it's working, it sucks. It is so bad. And this, I'm telling you, is all politics. Welcome to Phil's Gang. Coast off the Wall Street Radio Network. Today, we got the very sad news that the justices supported Obamacare. Unbelievable. Obamacare is the main reason our economic growth that we saw the other day, where we had a negative economic growth for the first quarter of 2015, negative. Most of that is because of Obamacare. Obamacare has killed our economy. It's killed our growth. Are you kidding? A 1.9% annualized growth rate in this country in 6 years, every year? The Supreme Court. This wasn't a judicial ruling. This ruling was based totally not on the law, not on the law of the land. It was a political ruling. This was a political ruling. It was based on, hey, we're leaning left. That's unbelievable. So Obama is here to stay, Obamacare. 8.7 million people. We don't need to sacrifice our whole economy to take care of 8.7 million people. There were so many different ways of structuring this thing, and I blame the Republicans because the Republicans are lazy. They weren't smart enough to come up with a plan. If they had a good plan and promoted that plan, then we could have stopped this. But they didn't have any plan at all. No plan. None. So this thing got through. We didn't have any alternative. We didn't say, here's plan A, here's plan B, here's what we can do. Look, let's take care. Look, there's some good things in the Affordable Care Act. You don't lose your insurance. You're ill. They can't say, oh, I'm not going to give you any insurance. You got an illness, so you're not going to get it. Oh, you can't bring your insurance from one workplace to another. There's some good things. But for about 6 great things, you're destroying 80% of our economy? What are you, disincentivizing people to work? What are you, nuts? This was not a judicial rule. Otherwise, this would not have passed. This is all politics. 87 million people who are now going to get their premiums off the backs, 8.7 million rather, off the backs of 87 million hardworking people. Obama, has created, this Obamacare has created such a disincentive. It's unbelievable. A disincentive to work.
By the way, it's only affordable because taxpayers are spending $22 billion a year picking up the tab for those receiving the subsidies. It's not an issue of affordable. It's simply an issue of shifting the cost to somebody else.
Redistribution of wealth, a socialist deal. It's a socialist program. Obamacare has created a disincentive to work. Already 2.5 million people have left the workforce because they no longer need to secure health coverage. Remember that infamous cut I always played with? I don't know if we have it up or not. Pelosi, yes, listen to this.
If you want to be creative and be a musician or whatever, you can leave your work, focus on your talent, your skill, your passion, your aspirations, because you will have health care. You don't.
So she's telling you don't work. You don't need to work. So 2.5 million so far people have walked away from their job and given their employer the bird and saying, you know what? I don't need you anymore. I don't need to work anymore. I can get this stuff for free. I can go and get subsidized from all of you people who are working hard. I'll get subsidized. Obamacare has this built-in mechanism to disincentivize people from working. Now, our economy, let's think about this. Our economy for 6 years has not been growing. And that's because of his economic policies. One of them is Obamacare. Increased taxes. Especially there was 28 hidden increased taxes in Obamacare. 28 hidden increased taxes in Obamacare. Hidden. Then, of course, capital gain tax. He took all the incentive out of investing when you take away the capital gains tax, when he doubled it. Bill Clinton learned that. And then he cut it right back down again. Then he got all kinds of money coming into the Treasury, so it was the best thing he ever did. But Obama says no, because I'm a socialist, and it's about fairness. It's not about bringing money into the Treasury because I have a printing machine. This is just terrible what happened here today. So we have a real problem. We have an economy that's not growing, and much of it is because of Obamacare. Really. So because, again, with Obamacare, we have so many full-time jobs turning into part-time jobs. We've never had 28 million part-time jobs. 28 million part-time jobs? What are you, nuts? And then you take away our capital gains tax. You have the 28 hidden taxes in Obamacare. And then you have all these increased regulations on small businesses. Put all that together and you got a 2% growth. 2%. So you have the anemic economic growth. It's going to get worse, not better. So what they did to stimulate the growth, he promised a 7% economic growth. 7%. So what does he do? He goes and borrows $750 billion to bail out the banks. Then he adds another $1.7 trillion, borrows another $1.7 trillion, to give to the banks to bail the banks out. Then he does $850 billion stimulus. It didn't work. We're still growing at less than 2% a year with all that money. It didn't work. But he still didn't reduce the capital gains tax. That's what he should have done. No, he's not going to do it. He's a socialist. He says, I want it to be fair for everybody. I'm not going to give everybody a break. Then they came up with the QE. That was the answer, they said. QE was the answer. We'll talk about QE and more about Obamacare and stocks when we get back. Unbelievable.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence with Phil's Gang today, with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, this is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best deal, and they find it at philsgang.com and Interactive Brokers.
Professional investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account, they also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology. Go to Interactive Brokers and improve your returns today.
philgang.com chooses interactivebroker.com. Check out Interactive Brokers for more information. Be sure to tell them Phil Grande sent you. That's interactivebrokers.com.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
It's clear the real champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
You're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of the public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, has never received a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
One of the traditional methods of imposing statism or socialism on a people has been by way of medicine. It's very easy to disguise a medical program as a humanitarian project. Most people are a little reluctant to oppose anything that suggests medical care for people who possibly can't afford it.
Boy, isn't that true? That's exactly what's going on here. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let's go to Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
I have a new video all about the economy, about the market, what's going on, what you can expect, about the crash, and so forth. So just go to my site, and it's all set up. Go to philsgang.com, go to the Phil's Gang YouTube, it's right there. All right, I want to talk about the market a little bit. Again, I keep telling you, this economy is growing at a terrible 2% a year. Let me explain it this way. If we add up all the stock values of this industry, the stock business we'll call it, what is the market worth? The S&P 500, what's the value? Well, they say the value, we'll give it a number 21. For those people who don't understand PE ratio, we'll just call it a value of 21. Well, here's the problem with 21, with putting a fake value of 21 on it. Our economy is only growing 2. So if our economy is only growing by 2%, but the value is 21, is 21, it doesn't make any sense. How can the economy be worth 21 when you have an economy growing at 2%? It makes no sense. It's all done by cheating. It's all done by accounting tricks. And they had to do that because of Obamacare. Now, so do you get out of the market? You say, forget the market. I'm not going to get involved because, wait, this big accounting trick, if they took this market, and if our economy is growing by 2%, and our PE ratio on the S&P 500 stocks is 21, and it doesn't make sense, so that means you're going to get a correction. Of course you got to get a correction. Well, what do I do? Well, we don't worry about it. Because first of all, they're never going to take the economy from a 2% GDP and move it up to a 7% GDP in order to support a PE ratio of 21. So again, just think of a value of the stock market at, we'll call it 21 value. So to get to the 21 value, you got to grow this economy to 7% to support that 21. You got to. But we're only at 2%. How do we grow it to 7%? Well, you can't grow it to 7% when you are disincentivizing people to work. And that's what Obamacare does. And when Obamacare, you have 300 million people. Think about this, 300 million people in this country. And we take 8.7 million and we screw up everybody else for the stupid Obamacare. We destroy the country for 300 million people to take care of 8.7 million people. Isn't that stupid? But here's what we do to protect ourselves. When we do have that correction, we will have that correction because you can't support a stock market value of 21 when you're only growing 2%. So here's what we do. Go to my site, philsgang.com. And if you look, and I've been telling you to do this forever, I know you're not going to do it, but I'll show it to you again. Go to philsgang.com and click on Watch Live. And if you're a computer, your home, your office, or if you have your own mobile device, take a look at this. This stock, Schlumberger, an oil service stock, you can see where it was red and where we had a crossover, and it turned green, and we had a crossover. When it was green at the $83, and then she went up to around $95, that was about a 13% gain. 13% gain. Look at that. But here's the beautiful thing. Then it turned red and dropped from 94 all the way down to about 86, which is about another 7%. Now the beautiful thing is this. You would have known when you had your 13% gain on your stocks, you would have known take my profits because it turned red. So you wouldn't have lost that 7%. You wouldn't have given back your 7%. But see, in your 401k, in your mutual fund, is anybody calling you and say, oh, by the way, now the institutions that own this stock that's in our mutual fund, they're taking their money out. Is anybody calling you, telling you to do that? Of course not. That's why you can't. And why wouldn't they call you to tell you to take the money out? Because they're getting paid on the amount of money that's in the account, not on the amount of the returns they get for you. They get money is in the account. They get about 50% of it. So they're not going to tell you to get out. So take a look at this, and this is why you want to become a gang member. And if you're busy and you're working and you know down the road you got to have retirement, and you've got to understand you can't pay 62% in commissions. That's what you're doing to your 401k. 62 cents of every dollar you're putting into these guys' pockets. You're hardly paying any commissions at all. And the cool thing about this is you know when to get in and you know when to get out. So check it out. Join my gang today. Let me help you. Just let me help you with it. And if you don't, after a month, you say, oh, it doesn't work for me, that's fine. It's the end of it. No big deal. So join the gang tonight for $49.95, and I'll help you with the system. It works. Okay. So QE. So let's think about what has happened. When we started out in 2008, 2009, everything terrible, and we're supposed to start the so-called recovery. We're supposed to grow the economy by 7%, and we're supposed to create all these jobs. So the recovery starts. All of a sudden, we're growing the economy not by 7%. We're growing the economy only by 2%. What the hell's going on? Well, we'll fix that. We'll go ahead and we'll borrow from China. We'll borrow $750 billion to throw at the banks. We'll borrow another $1.7 trillion to throw at the banks. We'll borrow another $850 billion to throw at the states and their welfare systems. We'll get this thing going. Didn't happen. Still 2%. Still 2%. So wait a minute. I thought you said we were going to have all kinds of jobs and that you're going to grow this economy by 7%. So that's when they came in with QE. The biggest problem they had to grow this economy was Obamacare. You can't grow an economy. You just can't do it. We'll be right back, right after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
If you want to generate extra income or basically secure your financial future, you should join philsgang.com and get the best investment education available on the market today. For only $49.95 a month, you'll have complete access to Phil's daily live webinar classes, alerts, educational videos, and much, much more. At philsgang.com, there are no contracts and no hidden fees, just straightforward, no-nonsense market investment knowledge that only Phil Grande can deliver. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Why aren't you using the spiders? Why are you paying 63% of the money you saved as a fee? 401k, you are paying in fees 63% of the money that you saved. That is crazy. Why don't you switch to the spiders? Join my gang, Phil's gang, and do what millions of people do. Use the spiders. 500 best stocks in the world.
Find out more at philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial talk is Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers business and financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
You're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
Professional traders and investors know that Interactive Brokers provides the edge they need in today's markets. Low commissions and financing rates, along with best price execution and a focus on advanced trading technology and low costs that help maximize returns. At Interactive Brokers, not only do professional traders and investors get direct market access to stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and funds on over 100 markets in 23 countries from a single IB universal account. They also benefit from a wide array of advanced trading technology, from extensive options trading tools to sophisticated risk management and much more. Keep a pulse on daily market activity with commentary with IB's Traders Insight, which delivers market analysis from professional traders in the industry directly to your screen. Visit us at interactivebrokers.com to learn more about these offerings. Interactivebrokers.com. Interactive Brokers, member SIPC.
$12 million to create a green job? What are you, nuts? That's what it costs. $12 million for one green job. 2,298 green jobs were created under Obama during his crony capitalism days. That is insane. He promised 5 million new green jobs. 26 billion gone. Join my gang so you know which stocks to buy.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Boy, the news has not been good lately. You know that 62% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck? 24% of Americans have more credit card debt than emergency savings? Or how about this one? Adults under the age of 35 currently have savings rates of negative 2%. Wow. We need to set up a game plan. We need to get you back into the financial markets in a very positive way. And we can do that. Just join philsgang.com. We're here to help you. It's only $49.95 a month. That's it. You're going to be investing in yourself. That's what you need. And you got all the Phil's Gang material archived. You got classrooms. You got support. There's nothing like it. So as this market continues to go higher, not because things are good, not because the economy is doing well, because of all this stimulus, you're missing one of the best opportunities to put retirement money away now. Sock it away now. But you got to learn how to do it. Check us out. That's philsgang.com or give us a call 877-600-4264.
There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Brought to you by philsgang.com.
You know, if you're like a lot of folks out there lately, then finances might be a little tight. Well, maybe it doesn't have to be that way. Join hundreds of thousands of other Americans who have used a reverse mortgage as a safe, effective financial tool.
Really? You mean get screwed, don't you? Unbelievable. They're using these movie stars and TV stars to pitch these reverse mortgages and do not get involved with a reverse mortgage. Are you kidding me? A reverse mortgage? It's just more debt. It's one of the most expensive forms of credit you can get. We'll talk about that in a moment. But first, I want to show you something. Go to my site, philsgang.com. I got to show you this. Because I will convince you that we don't care if the market goes up or down. We don't with this crazy stuff going on today. Look at FE. When that turned red at $35, about 2 weeks ago, it went down to 33. That's it. Look at perfect. Turned red, went down from green to red, went down to 33. That's a 5% gain on your. You would have received a 5% return on your money in a couple of weeks. What is right? Look at very safe. It tells you when to do it. So you make money when the market goes down. That's what you should be focusing on. Not your 401k where they make you stay in. At least with the S&P 500, when you're using a PT2, the spiders, or an individual stock, or an exchange-traded fund, you can turn around and the market goes down, short it, and make money. Safe, easy, not a problem. Take a look at it. Okay, let's go back. I want to finish this up quickly because I want to get to this reverse mortgage. But this is crazy, this healthcare. This is killing us.
The cost of healthcare has gone up $300 billion since 2010.
Yeah.
Now nearly $3 trillion, $2.9 trillion. It was $2.6 trillion in 2010. Watch this. The wage gains over the last 12 months have been evaporated, basically wiped out.
That's right. It's killing our economy, but nobody talks about it. So again, because we couldn't grow the economy over 2%, we needed to get a 7% so that we make sure we don't get a stock market crash. Because again, you can't have a stock market value so much higher than you're growing the economy. It's all fake. So they decided, well, let's bring in QE. We're going to avoid the correction. We'll bring in QE. So what did they start to do? They started to pump all the money into the stock market. They put $3 trillion. Think about $3 trillion right directly into stocks. Are you kidding me? $3 trillion. They turned around and they put another $1.8 trillion. They gave that money to the companies and said, go buy your own stocks. So you reduce the amount of shares you have. That way, your earnings will be spread around less shares. That means your earnings will go up. Your stocks will go up, and you don't have to sell anything. You don't have to make another penny. What a beautiful accounting trick. So we'll give you the money at 0%. And then you go ahead and you buy your stock back. That was QE. Then they did another $3 trillion to pump the market up. Then they turned around and said, okay, we're going to print all this money in $85 billion. We're going to print $85 billion a month, and we're going to buy our own 10-year treasury. We'll reduce the interest rate down, the yield from 3% down to 1.4%, and that will force the Saudis, the Chinese to buy stocks, punching up. And guess what? We don't have to do any sales because our economy's not growing. What a great idea this is. Think about it. Your stock market goes up 30% a year, but companies are laying people off. The economy's not growing. Nobody's getting good jobs. Stocks keep going up and up and up. You know why this happened? Obamacare. It's all about Obamacare. Because that's part of its redistribution of wealth. We only redistribute this wealth. That's all we do. It's silly. It's stupid. And now we got a problem. Because after 6 years, we got a stock market at a value of 21, but we can't justify it with growing 2% a year, which means it's got to adjust itself. The market's got to correct. That's what a correction is. It will correct itself unless we do something about it. So the market will correct where we have this 21 value. If the GDP is only 2%, to justify it, you have to bring it down to a value of 16 or 17. Let's say 16. So we're at 21. We got to bring it down to 16. It will bring itself down to 16. Because guess what? Because the big institutions, they're not going to pump any more money into the stock market when they know this. And that's what they're doing. And that's why you can see right now the market for 4 months have been stuck. We're in a 4% range because the big boys aren't putting any more money into the stock market because they know it's going to correct itself from one value down to a 7. And when it does that, that equals a 20% stock market crash. 20%. But nobody's talking about it. And why is that? Because of Obamacare. Why is that? Because we don't create good full-time jobs. Now, what's full-time jobs have to do with anything? Well, if you have a good full-time job and you're making good wages, you buy homes. That's right. You buy homes, you save, you invest. Nobody's doing any of that because of Obamacare. It's destroying our country. Destroying our country. Terrible, isn't it? Now what are they doing? Well, they figure we better hurry up. Let's start the housing market then. Let's start a housing market. So what we'll do is let's start with the FHA loans. We'll give everybody an FHA loan. Anybody's got bad credit, we don't care. And that's what they started to do. And so you hear them talking about, wow, the house sales are terrific.
So we're seeing an increase in these new home sales that is the highest to the highest level since.
Now this is Maria Fardaroma. This is the same one. The same one. Everything was on fire. Remember the tech? Everyone's on. She still has a job. How she should be in jail? How could she have a job? She's the one to tell everybody in the tech business to buy a hot tech stock. Remember that? It's on fire. It's on fire. Now listen how she's pumping a subprime, terrible, fake housing market.
So we're seeing an increase in these new home sales that is the highest to the highest level since February of 2008. So indeed a milestone.
A 7-year high, up and away. New home sales in May rising 2.2%. So
tell people, because it's all FHA subprime loans. And when it's not if it's not FHA subprime loans, you can have a credit score of 500. You can put down 3% or less, and nobody cares. Nobody cares your credit anymore because Obama knows he's got to find out. He's got to somehow grow the economy from a 2%. He's got to get it up to 7%, so the stock market doesn't adjust itself from 21 down to 17. That's a 20% stock market crash. So he says, let's use housing. Let's do that. Then they turn around and say, hey, let's do what we did before. Let's do this too. Let J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and all the boys get together and let them start loaning money to non-bank home lenders. Remember they did that before? Remember all the home lenders they set up and they loaned the money, and then the home lenders went out and they loaned all kinds of money, and then they took those mortgages and sold them back to J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs. So I'm J.P. Morgan. I give you $10 billion, and you get any kind of loan. I don't care, and then sell it back to me. Then I would package it and slice and dice it and sell it. Remember that deal? They're doing it again. Here they're doing it again. This is separate from the FHA terrible loans. So now, see, they're trying to do anything to avoid the stock market crash, to try to grow the economy. They're not doing it. So the lenders now are targeting borrowers who've gone in foreclosure, people who are in bankruptcy, people who had reverse, who had what do you call the mortgage? You have to sell your the foreclosures, right? The foreclosures. So they're targeting the people who their home has been foreclosed on, people who have gone into bankruptcy, and now they're starting to lend them money. They're lending money to people who their homes went into foreclosure 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? So who's behind that this time? Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan. Well, why not? What, are they going to go to jail? They didn't go to jail last time, so why go to jail this time? Money they're going to make. And I'll tell you the rates of interest they're charging when we get back. We'll be right back. 43 past the hour.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
$12 million to create a green job? What are you, nuts? That's what it costs. $12 million for one green job. 2,298 green jobs were created under Obama during his crony capitalism days. That is insane. He promised 5 million new green jobs. 26 billion gone. Join my gang so you know which stocks to buy.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2. Make sure this time when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. You know, a lot of people are afraid of the stock market after losing most of their money in the different crashes, but now you don't have to be fearful because we have technology that will tell you when the markets are ready to collapse. That's right, the PT2. I designed it so that we get information in advance of any correction, the smallest correction to the largest correction. Get my PT2 when you are investing that you have safety on your side.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. Here at Phil's Gang, we understand the ghosts of 2008 and 2009 hang over all investors. In a recent banking analyst report, studies show the reason people are not investing in the stock market is a greater need for financial education. At Phil's Gang, we are your #1 provider of financial investing education techniques. For over a decade, Phil Grande has been coaching, guiding, and helping people build a successful trading plan for any time frame, from current income to retirement security.
I think what you're doing is extremely important. People don't realize this, but financial education is in many respects the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
Build your investment confidence today with daily webinars, alerts, and educational videos. And all material is archived for your convenience. Put the investment ghosts in the past and start investing with Phil Grande and Phil's Gang today. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
It's clear the real undisputed champion in social and financial Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
You know, Obama got the last laugh because another fantastic jobs report came out.
The last laugh is on you, Bill. Think about this. 232,000 jobs created. How about this? We lost 252,000 full-time jobs to get those 232,000 jobs. And worse, we gained 437,000 lousy part-time jobs, mostly minimum wage. No, the last laugh is on you.
Only Phil Grande delivers financial news with an insider's perspective on Wall Street and the economy.
They're going to keep trying to push these banks higher, offset what's going on. And the earnings are all driven by, of course, stock buybacks. So you got all this stuff going on, which makes for a perfect storm.
That's the one and only Phil Grande and the Phil's Gang Show.
Join me weekdays at 3 p.m. for the best in social and financial talk. That's weekdays every day at 3 p.m. here on philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
We helped responsible homeowners modify their mortgages so that more of them could keep their homes.
Oh, is that like we could keep our insurance, we could keep our doctor? Is that kind of same thing? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't do that. Are you talking about the wonderful HOPE program? The HOPE program? Remember the Hope for Homeowners? Yeah, I remember that too. He said he was going to 6 million homeowners he was going to save and refinance their loans. You know how many he refinanced? 326. Let me repeat, 326. Why? Oh, we don't have enough information. Oh, you forgot to fill this. You got to send this back. Oh, it was all a bunch of BS, what it was. Now, I want you to take a look. Go to my site right now. I want to show you something. Again, I'm going to convince you to join my gang and follow me with this PT2. Look at this. We had a crossover. This thing turned from green to red. And you had two crossovers, two confirmations. It went down 8%, green to red, 8%. 8%. What a stock. Duke. Beautiful. It went from, you don't have to know anything about the stock. You don't have to know what it does. You don't have to know its earnings. You don't have to know anything about it. You don't have to know about the management. You don't even have to know what it does. All you have to know, if this is one of the 8 stocks that you follow, because I always tell my gang members, 7 stocks. I always tell my gang, don't follow any more than 7 stocks. Then you wait for the signal, and it works. And let me tell you, try it for a month. If it doesn't, I don't know. You just don't do it anymore. Send me an angry note or something. I don't know. But if you do well with it, and we do, please remember St. Jude, okay? All right, so I got to finish this up because this drives me nuts. So we have a situation now in this country, as I told you, that we are going to have a correction in the stock market of 20% because there's no way that we can move. We can't grow our economy from 2% to 7% is what we need to justify a value on our stock market of 21. So it's going to correct itself from 21 down to 17, which means a 20% correction in the stock market. So how are they going to try to stop that? They're going to come in with another QE is what they're going to do. QE4, mark my word. They're going to come in with QE4, just like they did last time. But it's going to be another fake, and then the market's going to break out. We've been going sideways in a 4.5% range now for almost 4 or 5 months. That's what they're going to have to do. It's a shame, isn't it? Instead of getting rid of Obamacare, just take out of Obamacare what's good, and let's fix it and make sure people who have an illness, they always get taken care of. If you move from job to job, you take your insurance. Let's take those good parts. But do we have to do an insurance policy? We have 300 million people in this country, and we're going to take care of 8 million? Destroy the economy for 8 million? So we're going to destroy for 300 million people their lives to take care of 8 million. Then we're going to take the 85 million people who have insurance. We're going to say, we're going to screw you because what we're going to do is we're going to double, triple your payments. We're going to take your deductible, quadruple that. You can make sure one of my 8.7 million people who, by the way, they don't have to work anymore. We tell them, no, go home, play the piano, play the violin, whatever you want to do. You don't have to work anymore. And because Phil Grande's going to pay your insurance for you. He's going to subsidize it for you. And then I look and Phil Grande, my insurance policy has gone up triple. Because I'm taking care of somebody who wants to learn how to play the violin because Obama told him, oh, don't work. You don't need to work.
If you want to be creative and be a musician or whatever, you can leave your work, focus on your talent.
Isn't that unbelievable? All right, so let's move on. So let's talk about this. I'm telling you, these reverse mortgages, they're terrible. These reverse mortgages, do not do a reverse mortgage. When I hear these actors doing these reverse mortgages, I get so angry. So angry. Because
if you're like a lot of folks out there lately, then finances might be a little tight. Well, maybe it doesn't have to be that way. Join hundreds of thousands of other Americans who have used a reverse mortgage.
A reverse mortgage? Because here's what happens. These reverse mortgages are sold to you as a lifeline for seniors struggling to pay their bills. It allows them to turn their home equity into cash. And a loan for seniors. If you're 60 years old, you get a loan. You convert your home equity into cash with no more monthly mortgage payments. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? And this reverse mortgage is going to give you this steady income stream every month. We love you. We're here to take care of you. Really? It is so bad what's going on. There's such a wave of foreclosures against seniors because these poor people are especially seniors who forget. And in the documentation, it'll say, if you don't keep your house up, we'll foreclose on it. Somebody has a house, her family isn't here anymore. Let's say their family lives in California. It's a house in Vermont, and this woman's 80 years old, and she lives by herself, and they'll take advantage of her. And they'll sign the agreement, say, if you don't maintain your house, then we can foreclose on it. So what they do is they didn't cut the lawn, they foreclose on your house. So the house was worth $300,000, and she took a loan of, let's say, $100,000. So now they're getting the house for $100,000 and they're flipping it. And unbelievable all over this country. And and you got these movie stars out there pumping it. And they get sucked in, these elders. They're low on cash. And here's the real problem. Like they say, a lot of them are forgetful. And not only they may not maintain their property, they may forget to send in their insurance, pay their insurance, or they may forget to send in their property tax. And they immediately get foreclosed on. They're in default. They're sharks, these people who are doing these. So they can purchase these properties and flip them. So we got all this flipping going. So we got two things going on now. We got these terrible FHA loans that anybody can get. Now, J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, exactly what they did from 2001 to 2006, they're doing it again. They're loaning money to to mortgage lenders who are not bankers, and they put them in business. They set them up in business, and they tell them to go get any kind of mortgage. We don't care how bad it is, and we're going to charge them an interest rate of 10%, 12% on their home. And people are paying it 10, 12%. Isn't this amazing? Now, here's the amazing thing about it. Barney Frank, remember he set up the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? It was supposed to protect. It was supposed to protect these people. Supposed to protect these reverse home mortgage people. But here's what Barney Frank didn't do. He's going to come on my show next week, and I want to ask him why he didn't do this. When they did the Consumer Financial Protection Act, they excluded the banks. They didn't put the banks in. When they revised all these laws and regulations, they left the banks out of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau deal. Now they put in this thing they call the Consumer Financial Protection Qualified Mortgage. There's a definition for a qualified mortgage, but it's so watered down, it's unbelievable. So again, here's another thing about these mortgages, the reverse mortgages. What happens is this: if you have if you have to move out of your house and go to an assisted living or go to a nursing home, we'll say, do you know the mortgage becomes due? The mortgage becomes due. Now here's the problem: they don't have the money to pay both for the house and the assisted living, so they're really screwed. So now they end up homeless. And as far as the son who's supposed to get the inheritance or the daughter, they don't get the inheritance. They don't get it. So and especially when the person dies, the son or the daughter is left with nothing. These things are set up where they don't get anything. The house is foreclosed on, and these sharks take it and they flip it. This is terrible. If you know anybody, if anyone comes to your mother or father or somebody and they're older and they're telling you to do these reverse mortgages, don't do it. Tell them don't do it. It's just like an annuity. Don't do an annuity. And when they guarantee you, you never lose money when the market goes down. Never lose money. Only make money when the market goes up. Never lose when the market goes down. If that was true, I'd be on my yacht now. I'd give all my money to them. Why would I be doing this? Join my gang tonight. Try this. I'm telling you, try it. philsgang.com. Try it for 30 days. You'll see it makes a big difference in your life.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.